on the DVR, it provides ports that you connect other components of the CCTV to. So under the ports, I will expand my variable now. I will give you 5 different types of ports of the CCTV DVR, and I will tell you the function that each of those ports is doing. Number 1 ports that I'll be talking about here, I'll be talking about video input ports. Maybe I should pass the DVR around. Let me pass one around again for the sake of those that have not seen the video. Sorry. Let's go around. So the video input port is also what we use to categorize the DVR as channels. So if they ask you, maybe you go to where you want to purchase your DVR, the first question they will ask you, how many channels? So if it is 4-channel DVR, as this case is 4-channel DVR, it means it has the capacity to accommodate 4 cameras. After 4 channels, the next one we have is this 8-channel DVR, meaning that it has the capacity to accommodate 8 cameras. Next, after 8 channels, we have the 16 channels. 16 channels means it has the capacity to accommodate 16 cameras. After 16 channels, the next one we have the 24-channel DVR. That one can accommodate 24. We have the 32, we have the 64, we have 128. Upward like that. Meaning that all your cameras are coming through, are sending video in through what? The video input port, which is this. The number 2 port I will be talking about because of this training, we have what called the video output port. You have a question?
Is it possible to have like 2 128 camera, DVR channels, 128? Is it possible to have 2 of them running at a time?
Yes.
Like that's over 300.
That's 512
channels.
Yes.
Like on a single station. Is it possible to
Yes.
have 2?
We use such, we call those ones public systems. We use such especially in public environment, like some estates, some state government have it that all their public places are on CCTV. In such instance, you have what we call the control center, where you now have multiple screen monitoring different settings. Because of our time is very choking. Like the former DVR that we have here on campus has what we call 2 balls. It's a 32-channel DVR, but it has what we call 2 balls, meaning that you need 2 screens to watch what is happening on all the 32 channels. Like 128, there are some 128 channels that have 4 balls, BUS, meaning that for you to be able to watch the 128, you will need to watch 32 in 4 different places. That's why you see multiple screens. And there's another software that we use to manage that one. One of the most common software we use in managing is what we call VMS. VMS is one of the software that we use in managing multiple ports like that. So it's possible. Can I move on?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The existing question I want to ask, I don't know. What's the full meaning of the CCTV? The full of that CC?
It means we are not in Manchester.
Yeah.
It stands for, the question you ask is, what's the full meaning of CCTV? It stands for the CC in the CCTV. It stands for closed circuit television system.
Closed circuit.
Closed circuit. Meaning that within the circuit, there is a closed television system monitoring the perimeter. That is closed circuit television system. Can I move on? So I'm giving you.
Wireless.
We have wireless system.
Camera.
We have wireless.
That doesn't need wire.
Yeah. But you still need to run cable for power, or you use solar power. I have some design in some public facilities that I've done in the past that because of the distance, imagine you want to run the cable over a distance of like 500 meters. Instead of looking for that cost, then we use solar to power this camera and we transmit the signal wirelessly. But when you are transmitting wirelessly, you must also encrypt your signal so that just anybody can come on board and watch what's happening. Can I move on? Yeah. Another question.
Sir, I want to get something. You started by saying, like, is it 9 DVR? It will split the screen to 8. I want to know why it's so.
Okay. I'm talking of, he was asking the question on higher channels.
Yes.
Like 32, 64, 128 channels. And major reason why you need a larger number or an higher number of monitor is that imagine you want to, the image of 128 is split over 32 inches television. It will be too small to observe. So it's better, so most of the manufacturers are designing in such a way that even if you are using, let me say, 32 inches LED television, you will need 4 that split them into 32, so that you can easily monitor them. Then you can also zone it. Let me say gate section is only bus bar 1 or A. The mommy is B. The kitchen is C. Every other environment is D. So from all the screens, so the moment they say something happened in mommy, you don't need to start running around. You know which of the screen to direct your attention to and which of the camera are actually covering where those events happen. Do you get my face? Do you get what? So can I move on?
Sir, sorry. Like body cam.
Yeah.
How do they get it?
Power.
Yes.
Most times they have a backup battery inside. So it keep running as long as the backup battery is having enough energy. Can I move on? Okay. The next one we have the video output port. This, we also call them visual port. Video output port 1, 2, 3. In this particular DVR, we have this one. The first one, you see, it's like a BNC. You know, I told you that we have a particular type of BNC that we call BNC to AV. Unfortunately, I'm not here with BNC to AV. I thought I was even bring it. No, none of you guys remind me, sorry. So if you put BNC to AV here, so from here now you connect the AV here to the AV of your TV screen, and you can start watching what's happening on this video. So if you are using AV code, the next one we have this. What's the name of this port? VGA. Yeah. VGA stands for Video Graphics Accelerator. It's a visual port that carries only video signals. It's a visual port that carries only. VGA stands for Video Graphics Accelerator. It's also a visual port. Visual port means it's carry only video. Visual only port. It doesn't carry much audio. There are some olden days DVR that also have another port that is not available here. We call it DVR. For some of us that are into system setup, desktop setup, you know VGA. Some olden days DVR uses VGA. The next one that we have is HDMI port. This one. The first thing you notice is that any DVR that has HDMI port means that it's recording its visual in HD quality. Any DVR that has HDMI port is recording the visual in HD quality. But if you are using VGA or AV, you are watching it as standard definition. Am I right or wrong? But actually, it's still recording. So even if you carry that DVR and now put it on HD, you want HD quality. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? So that's, I've given you port number 2. Let's move to port number 3. For this type of DVR, it also have an audio port where they write A in. Audio in. Some places you have A in, some places you have audio in. In audio port, first thing you need to note about this audio port is that it's synchronized with the video port. So if I'm using A1 now, A1 must be synchronized with what? V1. So if you go and put camera 1 and you now join it to audio on camera 3, it will be picking different things. A2 is synchronized with what? V2. A3 is synchronized with V3 and A4 is synchronized with V4. In this particular type, you need to run separate audio signals. You know, I told you that I'll be bringing a camera. This is a good example of a camera that has its own separate audio. So as you are running power, video, and audio separately. In some DVR, maybe against our practical, if I have enough time, I'll bring down. We call that one audio over quasi. You don't need to run any audio. Inside your video, it already carries what? Audio. For those of you, okay, I've not. Yeah, there's a video I did about the job we did in the camp. The current job we finished last week is also audio over quasi. I see the current chat. Maybe because of video, I'll go and do a video of that DVR later this week when I'm back from Lagos. And I'll post it on YouTube so that you guys can see how audio over quasi runs. That is, you don't need to run any cable for audio again. In your video cable, it has already carried your power. It has already carried your audio. So all you need is just power and video cable. Another advantage of that type is that it's well synchronized. You don't need to, in this condition you can make a mistake. I've seen a job we did like that they made a mistake. They put audio 1 on video, maybe 2 or 3. By the time we now want to trace the event, we need to go and capture the video separately and listen to the audio separately. But if it's embedded in each other, we are assured that the audio will run perfectly. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
The next port that we have here, that is very important, is we have the what we call Ethernet port. Hope the DVR is still going around.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We have the Ethernet port. This is Ethernet port, or we call it LAN port. LAN stands for Local Area Network. By Wednesday, I'll be here with a router, probably an outdoor router, where we'll be able to connect it. That's why I said we should. If we are able to do the cabling today and tomorrow, then by that way we'll just be testing our cable. Hope everybody has installed the app.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you have not, the app is XNEYE. If you are not, go and install it. XNEYE and QR code scan. Can I move on? So we use this to interface the DVR with your internet network. Maybe your router or your modem at the cable. What that we have the USB. That I'm giving 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th one I'll be giving you. The USB ports. Some even have multiple USB. One of the functions of that USB port, we use it for navigation. When you are using your mouse, use it to pick to interface with the DVR. Another function of that USB is that if you want to copy out information from your primary storage to your secondary storage, you can also use USB to copy out. Another function of DVR or that USB port is if you are connecting a DVD writer, you can burn the video evidence straight to the DVD writer and give the police or the security. And funniest thing is that you install the CCTV. Let me tell you one thing for fun. If they need visual evidence, you should charge them. After they have watched it, please, I need this video. We need this video for as an evidence during prosecution. I charge my clients.
Even if it is national security issue.
You charge them just more pay for it. That one
They will be
pay more.
desperate, sir, because
They will pay more. About incident like that, I'll tell you my bill. Then you pay, then I copy out the information for you. I'm even copying it to like 4 different places. Give one to the law enforcer, keep one, and give the owner of the device one. Probably maybe they misplace one, they can come back. Because you know that your DVR will overwrite. After some period of time, that one will go, and the new one will be recorded again. And they might call you maybe after 6 months. You still need that evidence, I'll still charge you here to burn it out for you. Can I move on? So I've given you different parts of DVR and what it does. Let me now move to type of DVR. I will only give you 3 types of DVR. And the major reason I will be talking on types of DVR is because it's also very important. As your camera is jammed, your DVR is also jammed. Types of DVR. Number 1 type that I'll be talking about is based on the cameras that your DVR can accommodate. Based on the cameras that your DVR can accommodate. And when we are talking of the number of cameras that your DVR can accommodate, we call it channels. One thing that normally I encourage my clients, my prospective clients, is this. If they plan, let me say it's an hotel now, and the total number of cameras you need there is 16. I will advise you don't buy 16 channel DVR because you can't expand it. You will need to buy another one again. So if they need 16 cameras, you can encourage them to go for a 24 channel DVR. Knowing fully well that they will still have additional 8. Tomorrow they might decide that let's not build a bigger hall. Yeah. Instead of them now planning another one, all you just need to run cable to that hall, put cameras there, and add it to existing DVR. So when we are now talking about number of cameras, we call it channels, as I said earlier. So under that we have 4 channels, we have 8 channels, we have 16 channels, we have 24, we have 32, we have 64, so to 1,000 plus. Although at 1,000 plus level, we call them hybrid NVR. The scope of this plane is not reached out. Can I move on? Number We have based on your video format / definition. We have based on video definition. And when we are talking about video definition, we have two parts that we are using currently in Nigeria. We have what we call the standard definition DVR, and we have what we call the high definition DVR. We have the standard definition DVR and high definition. In standard definition, it doesn't have an HDMI port. It's recorded in standard definition, lower quality. Although you have the luxury of space, because it does not consume a lot of space. Most standard definition DVR accommodate maximum capacity of 2 MB. Anything beyond 2 MB camera does. The next one we have after standard definition, we have the high definition DVR. Those are DVR that can handle high definition signals. Although under high definition, we have the 2 MP DVR, we have the 3 MP DVR, we have the 4 MP DVR, we have the 5 MP DVR, we even have the 8 MP DVR. And one thing I want you to note under that is that if I'm buying 8 MP DVR, I can decide to put 5 MP cameras on it. I get my point. But if I buy 2 MP DVR, if I put 5 MP camera on it, it will not be able to comprehend. It will not be able to process the information. Let me add another one to you. For the sake of those of you that will be practicing this job, we have DVR based on internet protocol. That's the fourth one. DVR based on internet protocol. Under internet protocol, we have about the ordinary DVR. I've had a call member in the past that made that mistake. That's why I take my time to explain it. In an ordinary DVR, you can only do two things. You can only watch the immediate view and the post-event view. You can't watch intermediate view or remote view. You can only watch it when it's happening or after it has happened. And another thing about those DVR is that they don't have IP address, they don't have MAC address, they don't have LAN ports, they don't have wireless LAN. So you are only restricted to immediate and post-event. I've had a core member in the past, an ex-core member in the past, that made that mistake, bought a DVR around, and after I had finished the installation, the client later said he wants to watch it over the internet, and it's why that can't do it. You need to go and buy another DVR. Then the next type of DVR we have, we call them IP DVR. IP DVR are DVR that they can do more than processing the video. They can also send this video in data pack over the internet. They can send the video in data pack over the internet. They have either LAN port like this, or they have a wireless link. There are some DVR that do not LAN port on it. But the more you plug the DVR and you plug your router, or you just need to log in your wireless on that DVR and connect wirelessly. How you guys see? Yeah, one major thing will be written on the DVR, they write P2P, peer-to-peer. Any DVR that can accommodate peer-to-peer, it will have a MAC address, it will have an IP address. So with those, it will be able to connect via internet. And another thing I want you to note here is the DVR that will determine the type of application that you'll be using, not the camera. Is the DVR that will determine the type of application that will be using, not the camera. So if this DVR, like this DVR is using XMI cloud, there are some DVR they will be using NI cloud. When we get there, I'll talk about that. Let me move to the next component, which is the storage device. Although this one is spoiled, so you can pull it down. That's why I came with one. We have the storage device. It's the storage device that will retain all information, and it also synchronizes them with time. It retains all the information and also it synchronizes them with time. It doesn't have information, it also synchronizes with time. Means that by the time I press 12 AM on camera 2, it should be able to show me what actually happened by that 12 AM. And it should show me what happened on what camera. That's why one of the most important things you must do after completing your installation is that you must set the time and the date The moment the time and the day doesn't correct like this, it will give you a serious problem when you want to now play back whatever happened in the past. Because most of these DVR are now manufactured in China. What's the time zone in China? +8. It's normally +8 hours. What's the time zone in Nigeria? +1 GMT or -1 Central African time. +1 GMT. So you need to set it to +1 GMT so that the timing can be correct. Although there are some DVR that have time-based server. That even if you don't set the time, just go to time-based server and click enable time-based server. Meaning that as long as it's connected to the internet, it will be using the internet to adjust to time. Can I move on? We have two major types of storage. We have what we call the primary storage. We also call the primary storage the local storage. And we have what we call the secondary storage. Or we also call the secondary storage external storage. We also call the secondary storage external storage. Based on where the storage is placed, the local or the primary storage is normally inside the DVR. The local and the primary storage is normally inside your DVR. This one.
This one.
Yes.
So,
you connect them to the starter part.
So this thing is inside this thing.
You will need to put it inside it and tie it up. Maybe you bring it. See. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You tie them up to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. As the case may be. Okay. So you tie it firmly.
But
So it doesn't come with it, you buy it. Okay, but in some setup, the moment you buy a complete CCTV pack, the hard disk will be inside of it. Because this hard disk is very fragile. Like the last job we did now, really because of transportation, the hard disk got spoiled. Hard disk is very, very fragile. So we normally advise that they even put it inside and tie it up. And make sure that these foam are well placed and they write fragile on top. But the moment you throw it like this, there is something spinning inside. The moment that thing starts spinning like this, the hard disk top up. Somebody have another question?
Yeah. Yes, sir. So like now, this one now, right? This one now, they'll buy it separately.
Yes.
Then you have to open this thing and put inside.
Yes.
So meaning that there's no any other one that kind of follow come.
There are some that will be inside and be sealed, but not always. Not always. Sometimes you need to buy it. Can I move on?
So what is the work of the secondary?
I'm still coming to that. I'm talking of time. So the first question of this.
But in terms of quality, that one that follow come and that one that you may buy separately, is it the same quality?
It depends on the manufacturer. There are some hard disk manufacturers like Seagate, like Dahua, that produce a very, very high reliable hard disk, although they are more expensive than other ones. But whether expensive or cheap, there is a rule: your hard disk must not fall down. The moment it experiences serious shock like this, it will stop working.
So there's no anyone that has maybe the place at the back and you can put this memory card.
We are still coming to that. That's a standard one. And you can't use them for primary storage. Can I move on? I'm still coming to type of hard disk. I'm talking of type based on where you are placing them, and that's primary and secondary. So in primary storage, all your information are processed on your primary storage. The primary hard disk. So as the video is coming from your camera, it's entering into what? Your primary storage. It's enter your RAM. From your RAM, it enter the ROM, and the ROM is your primary storage. Don't let me pause you with RAM and ROM for now, because we don't have enough time. Can I move on? After it has been processed in your primary storage and synchronized the time, there might be necessity for you to pull out information. Are you guys with me? And when I want to pull out information, I need a secondary storage where I can connect to it. And that secondary storage, we also call it external storage. You can even use your phone, connect it and connect it here, and you select